I wanted to come here because I really do think that we need to change the tenor, the political discourse in our country. And I wanted to represent what it means to listen to people you don't agree with or listen to people you do agree with, but to hear the person instead of just the opinion. There's actually more media down there than there are people saying things. And it's very interesting to see what the media chooses to cover. Anytime somebody had something very strong to say, the media would kind of swarm around them. And in Public Square, there were protests going on, there were people shouting and yelling. There was a guy who was kind of quiet and he had a Donald Trump hat on, and he said the reason he was here is because nobody in his hometown would listen to him anymore. So he came here. I don't know that he wants me to believe his opinions, but he wants to feel as if somebody heard his opinions. And that seems to be more important than agreeing with him. Free listening is a very vulnerable experience, and it requires a lot of endurance to stay present and interested in somebody for that long. I can't tell you how many people have laughed, and they think, oh, that's so cool, and they point at it, and they laugh and they walk on. It feels a little like we were a part of the madness, and not as an honest offering. There's something very novel about this idea of listening. I don't mind being seen as a novelty. I don't mind disrupting their day and reminding them that, oh, we have to listen. And every time that we're seen as a novelty, it does remind me that what we're doing is important. Because as long as listening is something that is so unusual to people that they're not used to seeing it, that means that we still need to be out here. In a perfect world, I'd love for people to just assume that they will be listeners everywhere they go. I'd love for people to assume that no matter where I am, I've got somebody who will pay attention to me. A young man came up to me, and he works in the food and beverage service industry and started talking to me about what it was like to live here while this convention was going on. We were surrounded by political propaganda and t-shirts and buttons and flags. And here I was talking with somebody about whether or not they can accept that they may be lonely for the rest of their life, and how he's not sure if he wants to have a kid or have a wife because that would burden him with the type of responsibility he's not sure he can handle. We're all actually just struggling with all the basic human things. We want to be loved, we want to belong, we want to be heard, and we want to feel like we matter.